Most bloggers spend their days in the weeds of tactics, writing posts, pinning on Pinterest, sending emails, yet they still wonder why they're not growing. Well, here's the truth. Tactics alone don't create momentum. It's strategy that makes your actions compound into real results. So today, we're going to show you how to build a framework that transforms scattered effort into sustainable growth.
Welcome to today's training, From Tactical to Strategic, Building Your Blogging Framework. Blogging is full of endless to-dos: content creation, SEO, social media, monetization. That's just a few of the things. The list goes on, but without a plan. It's like building a house by stacking bricks without a blueprint. You wouldn't do that. That doesn't make sense. So why are you doing that in your blog? You may stay busy, but you won't build something strong and lasting. We have to be deliberate in our actions.
That's why today we're focusing on creating a blogging framework that gives your daily actions direction and purpose. And by the end of this training, you're going to know how to connect your tactics to a long-term strategy so your blog grows with clarity and impact. And we're going to show you how to use our strategic blogging framework worksheet to map this out step by step. So stick around so that you can get the code and the number to get that free worksheet.
All right. So what are you going to learn? Number one, the difference between tactics and strategy and why that matters. That is so important. Number two, why a framework turns scattered tasks into focused. Remember, we talked recently about laser focus, into that focused growth system. Number three, how to build a simple framework that aligns with your daily actions with long-term goals. We don't just want to build a business that's for right now. We want to build a lasting business, okay? And number four, is this four? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it is. How to plug your tactics into the worksheet so that you always know where they fit. What are they going to walk away with?
So by the end of this training, you're going to walk away with the confidence to stop chasing random tactics and start building a strategy that lasts. You're going to walk away with a personalized blogging framework that you can update as your blog grows. And you're going to walk away with clarity about which actions move you forward and which ones you can drop.
Right. Drop it like it's hot.
To follow along with us, you want to get your worksheet. Text the word IMPACT to 251-644-6701. Okay, Crystal?
Yep. All right. The number one blogging mistake is living in tactics. Many bloggers try every new trick. They post everywhere. They test endless plugins. They chase the algorithms. They do all the things that their friend is doing, whatever's the current hot thing, and they have no plan. It's like never ending throwing spaghetti at the wall, basically.
Right.
Okay? So
it's like a hamster wheel.
What happens is it creates all of this scattered focus. You're busy, but you're not progressing. I have said for years, being busy doesn't mean you're being productive. Number two, wasted energy. Okay. Actions don't add up to results when it's wasted energy. And then what happens is you become burned out because you've spent all of this time, you're working nonstop and you're not seeing the results. You're tired and you have nothing or little to show for it. That's a problem.
Yeah. So your key takeaway is that tactics are essential, but only when they're guided by a strategy. That is a great statement. Y'all should, I amaze myself. Y'all should write that down somewhere. Tactics are essential, but only when guided by a strategy.
Right.
Great, right? Otherwise, they're just noise, seriously. So what's the core difference between tactics and strategy? Crystal, you want to say something? Go ahead.
I do. Well, we acknowledge that tactics are important. We've said that for years. That's why
we have an entire program built around tactics.
Right? It's needed, but it can't be the only thing. And it becomes this squirrel thing that you're always chasing. You've got to stop. We've said for years, you've got to marry the two. You've got to have tactics and you've got to have strategy. And you can't let those tactics be noise that keeps you from getting to your strategy. Yeah. That's really, really important. All right, I'm done. Go ahead.
So what is the core difference? Tactics, they are the actions you take. Write a post, schedule a pin, send an email. Strategy is the plan that directs those actions. So deciding that your blog will dominate weeknight dinners or homeschool printables, and what that actually looks like to dominate that thing. So tactics. So here's a great analogy, because you know how I love those.
You do.
Tactics are the bricks where strategy is the blueprint. A framework ensures that every brick builds towards a house, not a pile of rubble.
That is so important. That's the whole making sure that the tactics don't become this noise that keep you from getting the house built. Right? Okay.
Right.
So building your blogging framework. Here's how to shift from random tactics to clear framework. How do we do that? Especially when you've been stuck in this tactic mode for so long, it can feel really hard to dig yourself out of it. So step 1, define your long-term goal. Why it matters. Without a destination, the tactics just keep you busy. I've been saying that. Please listen. Number 2, what do? You identify your number 1 goal. Is it traffic? Is it authority? Is it income? What is it?
Number 1, not multiple goals. Yes,
Right.
we know you want all of those things. You
Right.
want traffic. You want authority. You want income. But what is
Yes.
number 1 there?
Right. Which one holds the most power right now? Which one
Right now.
is going to get most of your attention right now? Okay. So an example would be, I want to double my income within 12 months. Okay. So what does that mean? That means you chose income to be the thing. You chose ad income, actually, not just income. You chose ad income. So we're going to pull that out, and that's what we're going to focus on. That's the number 1 thing you're committing to focusing on. Okay.
Yeah.
Step 2.
Choose the strategy to support it. So strategy connects your goal to your daily work. So what you decide the core approach, right? I want to double my ad income. So how? What is the core approach here? SEO growth. You're going to nurture your email list. Well, I mean, you wouldn't really work on a product funnel, right? Like, what would you work on? Because products are not going to change your ad income. So for example, I'm going to increase SEO traffic with evergreen content and internal linkings.
That's very specific. So now you know you're focused on SEO blog posts. Right?
We're not getting sidetracked. We're working on linking. We're working on evergreen content, right? We're not getting sidetracked.
Step number 3, plug in the tactics that serve the strategy, right? That support the strategy, because we have to have both. So why it matters. Now your actions, they're going to have purpose that lead to and connect to that end goal, which was to increase your ad income or to increase your SEO evergreen traffic. Okay. What to do? Use the worksheet to list tactics under each strategy. So Kelly, break this down for them with an example.
Yeah. So example, your goal is to grow income from ads. Your strategy is to increase that SEO traffic. Your tactic is to publish long form keyword posts, build internal links, and optimize site speed.
Right. Exactly. All right. Step 4, build flow, not chaos. We have enough chaos in our life. We have enough chaos in this industry. Don't add to it. So here's why this matters. Growth compounds when tactics run in a sequence, in a sequential order, and not just randomly. Okay. This is that whole knocking over the dominoes. This is the compounded interest that we talk about, right? This is important. And how do you do that? You're going to use batching and automation or repeated processes to keep the framework moving along, because the goal, the actions that you're putting out need to always be supporting that goal that you identified. Okay. So that things keep moving. Tell them about the pitfalls.
Yeah. So real quick, I do want to say what Crystal talked about, growth compounds when tactics run in a sequence, not randomly. It's why 5-figure blog tactics program is so amazing, because it is in a sequence. It is built in the order in which it was built for a very specific reason. You can join it. The link is down in the description. We would love to have you in 5-figure so that you can learn how to run tactics in a sequence and not randomly. So a common pitfall to avoid: isolated tactics. Spending weeks mastering Instagram when your income goal depends on SEO. Instagram is not helping your SEO. Well,
right.
Weeks of it, Instagram is not helping your SEO, although Instagram is now indexed by Google. So it can be a minor tactic that is added to your SEO strategy, but you don't want to make it the main focus. So you always want to ask, what strategy does it serve? And if it doesn't fit, you either need to connect it, like fixing your profile picture, making sure if you are posting on Instagram, your profile description, making sure if you are posting on Instagram that your descriptions are now SEO worthy, right? So connect it or drop it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. So here's a micro habit challenge for you. This week, take one tactic that you're currently doing. Maybe it's posting on social media. Maybe it's writing the content. Maybe it's working on the email opt-in. Maybe it's just consistently emailing. What is it? And ask. There's 3 questions we want you to ask. What are they?
What long-term goal does this support?
Mm-hmm.
What strategy does this fit into? And if it doesn't connect to a strategy that I am following, should I keep doing it?
Right. So here are your reflection questions for today. What long-term goal am I really building towards? Ask yourself that. That's really important. And that's going to really help you identify if you're on the right track. Okay. Is this just building right now, or is this building a long-term goal? Number 2, do my daily tactics directly connect to that goal? If they don't, we have a problem. You need tactics, you need strategy. They need to be connected to the long-term goal. Okay. And number 3, what gaps in my framework do I really need to fill?
So remember, oops, sorry.
Nope. I'm done.
Tactics are steps, but strategy is the map or the staircase. Think about that. Tactics are the step, strategy is the staircase. When you build a framework, you're not just doing more blogging. You're building something that compounds, that sustains, that actually works. So use our strategic blogging framework worksheet to map your own system. Connect your goals, your strategies, and your tactics so every action drives real growth. Crystal, how do they get that?
You're going to text the word impact, and only the word impact, to 251-644-6701. If for some reason when you text that you don't get the worksheet, that means you've probably D&D'd us. Text the word start, count to 10, and then text the word impact. And don't text anything else with that, because then you won't get the automation. Now you could text us and we'll eventually see it, but the automation is set up so that you can get your stuff quicker, because it's faster to do it that way, right? Than for you to wait around for us. So do it that way. All right. And remember, you've got this. Now, take the first step, define your goal, choose your strategy, and plug in the right tactics. Remember, you need both, but you need to be deliberate and intentional with it. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.